Alright, so this is going to be Libra Sun, Libra Moon, and as well Libra Rising, a weekly love and relationship tarot reading, January 13th to January 19th, 2020. And if you are interested in getting a personal reading with me, guys, you can have a look into the description down below. And there you're going to find a link to my website from which you can purchase and schedule a personal reading. So that set aside, let's move to the reading itself. And the first card here, which is going to stand as the topic of your love and relationship life throughout the week, is going to be the Hangman. Followed by the next one here, which stands as the energies which is feeding and supporting the topic itself. That is going to be the Death card. And just by the look of those two, you can say that that will be a pretty significant week in terms of your love and relationship life. Now the third one here, it is the challenges that you will have to overcome throughout the week. And we do have a person of the King of Pentacles at that position. Followed by the next one, which stands as the gifts and the blessings that you can enjoy throughout the week. That is going to be the Eight of Swords. Followed by the next one here, which is how people are going to see you, how people are going to take on you, and in generally, you know, what kind of an impression you're going to leave into the people around you. That will be the Queen of Wands. Afterwards, we have what is going to help your long-term love and relationship goal. And here we do have the Queen of Pentacles, followed by the next one, which is what is going to hurt your long-term love and relationship goal. That is going to be the Page of Wands. And then the last one that we do have, it is the guidance that Tarot is offering to you, Libra. That will be the Five of Swords. So aside from that, it's going to be quite significant week. It is also going to be quite a crowded one. So there are going to be few people involved into your romantic or love situation. But let's focus first on the first couple of cards from the reading, which are the Hangman and the Death card. So that will be rather quite emotional one. Those two cards are a water element, and water element is all about emotions. And the energies of the week are gonna make your emotions in flux. And therefore, those emotions which no longer, let's say, serve you any favor or are outdated, emotions which are outdated are going to be thrown into the recycle bin, if you will. So obviously a very beneficial week for those who recently went through a rough breakthrough, for example, or have been dumped or have been denied, or in generally for those who recently undergo a rather unpleasant ordeal in regards to their love and relationship life. And this flux and constant, how can I say, reshaping of one's emotional state is also going to allow you to see the things, or to see your romantic and love life from much different and as well much more, I would say, brighter perspective. To give you an idea how, well, if up until this moment you thought that your love life is rather on halt and it has no progress whatsoever, well, you're gonna see it in a different light for throughout this week. But once again, it will be rather quite of an emotional one, or it is a week where you're going to work out over your emotions, and at the end you're gonna find yourself leaving with you only the positive emotions toward this person or toward that person. And in generally, people who are creating a negative emotions within you most likely are going to become irrelevant for your future love, and relationship life. But one thing is certain from those couple of cards, Libra, it is that this week, January 13th to January 19th, it is a week where your emotional state in general is going to change a big time and is going to become much more stable. And it is not excluded as well, guys, that a new emotions are going to replace old emotions. So new love is going to replace an old love, and that is that happens if the old love cannot be manifested anymore. So it's kind of like you broke up with that person and there is no future whatsoever. It's because the death card always replaces something new with an old thing that cannot grow any further for a lifetime. So whatever emotions are replacing whatever emotions, you should stick to the new ones, while rather trying to sustain the old ones. And that is exactly what is going to give you that different perspective, that's flourishing of one's emotional state and love life for throughout this week. So the challenges. We do have a person here, and I do suspect, looking at that card, that this is a person you are going to start developing certain attachment to. Now, why it's challenging card? It is because the King of Pentacles does not allow the emotions to control over him, okay? And for King of Pentacles, everything needs to be made perfect so things can proceed anywhere from that stage and from that point. So you may face a certain wall trying to manifest things with this King of Pentacles. It is because, once again, if things aren't perfect around you, you know, if the circumstances aren't perfect, even if that king is dying for you, he isn't gonna make any move. And another negative side of the King of Pentacles, it is that while the King of Pentacles is generous, that generosity is not charity. It's almost like a business. If you are not spending money into the business, you are costing money into the business. Why I'm saying that? I'm saying that it is because if you don't spend emotions upon that king, you are costing him emotions, and the king doesn't like to be deprived. All right, this king especially does not like to give without taking. So that will be the challenge here, the game of the giving and taking into this love enterprise. You know, that could be as well your husband or your wife, it could be your person of interest, or as well your beloved one and your partner. So the next one, it refers to the gifts and the blessings that you guys can enjoy throughout the week. That is going to be the Eight of Swords. And with the Eight of Swords, it doesn't look like that this shift of emotions is going to bother you at all. It is, you are going to explain it exactly as I have explained it to yourself, exactly as I have explained it here in the cards. It is that the new emotions are replacing the old one for the better and for good. Another thing with the Eight of Swords as a gifts and blessings is that certain boundaries, barriers, and limits that you have self-imposed in front of yourself are no longer going to be in presence, and vice versa as well. Wherever you need to set boundaries and limits, those boundaries and limits are going to take place. So all in all, I could say that you are going to with this gift and blessing, you will very quickly gonna find the accurate place where you belong into your love and relationship life throughout this particular week. So the next one, it is how people are gonna take on you, what kind of an impression you're giving into people, and what kind of how they see you in general. So we do have the Queen of Wands. Well, first of all, people are going to see you as someone who has an insatiable hunger for life, meaning to have fun, to get to know with new people, to enter into new social circle, as someone who wants to not reinvent, but rediscover, I would say, the world. And then people are going to see you as well as a person who knows exactly their place, meaning that they know how to tackle with any single situation. So what I am trying to say here, Libra, it is that people are going to respect you and are going to recognize that you are a formidable force that can be reckoned with, and it should be reckoned with. Needless to say here is that you do have a competition in terms of your love life. Your competition is to feel very uneasy throughout these couple of weeks. It's kind of like throughout this week, excuse me, it is kind of like it's going to feel like it's losing a grip over the situation, and that you are taking the upper hand, and your beloved as well is going to see you as a person who wants to live. And if they're not willing to give you the freedom and the means to live in general, well, then guess what kind of emotions are going to start changing here. Now, the next one, it is what is going to help your long-term love and relationship goal. And we do have the Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles, it's another person around you, but it does look like it is something like a advisor or a counselor, if you will. It could be your mother, for example, or someone that takes a motherhood figurine role in your life. And what that person does, it's first of all boosting your confidence to a point where you pretty much, it's kind of like, how can I say it? You are not satisfying yourself with less than what you're worth. It is because the Queen of Pentacles knows exactly how much you're worth and is going to help you find it in case you are baffled by it and in case you are kind of like settling for less. And as well is going to help you to, how can I say it? Capitalize on opportunities and situations of growth, if you will, heretofore unexplored. But above everything else, if you do want to save, for example, your marriage, to save your relationship or your interactions, well, that person is going to help you to do so, because they do believe into the longevity of your love and relationship endeavors. Now, the other one here, which is the Page of Wands, this is what is going to hurt your long-term love and relationship goal, and we do have another person. Now, that one, it's very inconsistent in the sense of that they will encourage you in generally, or is going to give you the advice to just, you know, let it go, in a sense of that, how can I say it? Well, change your interests constantly according to where the wind is blowing from. Okay, and as we saw here, the King of Pentacles, which appears to be your person of interest, well, they want to see commitment before they can commit themselves. And if you are following the advice of the page here, it means that you're going to give up before you actually saw, is it worth it or is it not worth it at all? Additionally to that, the page may kind of overboost your confidence. In other words, to make you believe that a worthy person is not worthy, all right, for your attention and for your love as well. So you have to be very careful with those kind of people throughout this particular week that are flattering you constantly, because through the flatters, it is how you're going to overboost your confidence and self-awareness. I don't know how to express it otherwise. And the last one here, it is about the guidance that Tarot is offering. That will be the Five of Swords, highly correlated with the Page of Wands here. Five of Swords urges you not to be over trustworthy to everybody around that it is ready to give you an advice or to point you in a direction, because I don't know if you understand or if you are recognizing, but the Death and the Hangman, that is huge impulse, guys, and they are both pretty strong major arcana. And it does look like that under their influence, whatever you say goes. So you should make sure that whatever you say, it's something that completely corresponds with your wishes. And unfortunately, with the influence of the Page of Wands, at some point you will adopt their wishes, which their wishes has nothing to do with longevity. Their wishes has to do with fun. and one relationship is not about fun. Love is not about fun. It's about mutual reliability, trust, and sense of security. Fun is anything but that. So that being said, Libra, this was your weekly love and relationship tarot reading. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you liked it, guys. And once again, if you are interested in a personal reading with me, you can check out the description down below. And there you're going to find a link to my website from which you can purchase a personal reading. That being said, I hope we're going to see each other around. And until then, bye.